Good morning, everyone. This is Mahdiya here. I'm the founder of Gifted Hands. We'll be starting the session now. So all those, let's wait for the others. Just let's give 2 minutes for the others to join. Some are having issues joining. So let's just give 2 minutes for the others to join and we'll join shortly. I can see only few people have switched on their cameras. Could everyone please switch on your cameras? This will help make the session more interactive. All right, so all right, so everyone, today's webinar is going to be about effective strategies for supporting non-verbal autistic children. All right, so we'll proceed. So we have to start off, we have an icebreaker, and I would like all of you to participate in this. So we have 3 scenarios. So before we go into what's non-verbal autism, how do we help non-verbal autistic children, individuals, let's begin with the icebreaker. So I would like you all to choose which scenario you all are comfortable with and to provide your responses accordingly. So we have scenario 1, which is imagine a child who is feeling overwhelmed in a noisy environment but cannot verbally express their discomfort. How can you help them communicate their needs? For a quieter space. We have scenario 2, which is a child wants to participate in a group game but doesn't know how to start interacting with others. What strategies could you use to encourage their involvement and ensure they feel included? Scenario 3, a child is hungry and needs to let you know, but they don't use words. What alternative methods or tools could you use to understand their needs? So I'll allocate 5 minutes for this so that you all can take some notes, prepare some resources. However you want to do it, you can do it and let me know what is your ideas, what are your plans for this. So you can choose any of the 3 scenarios that's there, and I'll be calling out few names. You can, once you all are done, you can just raise your hand with the feature that's available on Zoom, and I'll call up few names which have raised their hands. All right, so I hope all of you have come up with some responses. And so I'll begin. So we have first on the list, Beena Faizan.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Beena, how are you?
I'm Alhamdulillah. Thank you.
All right. So which scenario have you chosen and what is the response to it?
I have chosen scenario 3, and in which if a child is hungry and want to describe his needs, but he cannot speak because he's non-verbal, he can point or gestures with the body pointing. He can, or otherwise, if he already use AAC device like book or tablets, so he can point with that also. This is the way we use for AAC device for the children to communicate with the children, with the others if they are not speaking.
All right, great. Okay, sounds like a good idea. Now, next we have on the list is Nisha.
Hi, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. How are you doing today, Nisha?
Very good, very good. Thank you very much. And how are you?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah. So, which
Yes.
scenario have you chosen and what's your response to it?
Yeah, I use the scenario 3.
Okay.
So, when in terms of children who are nonverbal, it's the ideal way is using PECs, picture exchange communication. So, I'm showing here in the camera. This would be my tool for
Mhm.
him to communicate when he's hungry. He can show the food, or else he can show hungry
Okay.
with the you can write hungry. It's a picture way of showing, or else you can show pics,
All
this picture. So this is my tool I will be training if in terms of communication, non-verbal communication.
All right, great. All right, that's actually one of the areas that we'll be covering in today's webinar. What is PECs and how do we use PECs as well? So thank you, Nisha. Thank you, Beena. We have Mohadesa Batul.
Yes, how are you?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah.
All right.
I choose scenario 2. I can make like group activities so that the child can work together with his peers. I can calmly ask him to come over and join us if there is a group activity. Um, or I could give him like examples, like use as a model, show him how to interact with other children, or push him or encourage him to ask others questions like, for example, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite this? Your dislikes, your likes, interests, and etc. That is what
All right.
I. Mhm.
Yeah. So Mohadesa, right?
Yes.
All right. So Mohadesa also has given a good idea. Now, who wants to participate? I think someone's mic is unmuted. Okay. So your child wants to participate in a group game but doesn't know how to start interacting. It
Mhm.
is your duty as a practitioner, as a parent, as a sibling even, to
Mhm.
interact this child, to bring this child together with other neurotypical individuals, because these children, they don't know differences unless we teach them what's differences. They don't know, they think everyone is the same. It's just that this child has behavioral issues, he's a little naughty, he doesn't understand things. That's what goes on into their brain. But when we start to show differences, no, he's different, you're different, that's where the problem comes in. So when we include all together as a group, the children also start to include this child, this girl, this boy, right? So
Yeah,
Mahadisa,
that's a good point.
so Mahadisa also has given a good point. Is there anyone else? Has no one chosen scenario one? If anyone has chosen, please raise your hand. I cannot see anyone who has chosen scenario one.
I did.
Nishi, you chose? Who? I missed who said I
Yeah.
did.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did too, miss.
Who all did? Can you just raise your hand up? I can see Melly, Alpha,
Alpha, yeah.
Tasneem. Because please feel free to raise your hand. I will be asking each of you what is your response, which scenario you have chosen, what is your response. So your responses are valued over here. So please feel free to raise your hand and answer. Just wait for your turn. Definitely your responses will be uh, taken. So Nishi, yeah, you were saying?
Actually, child you all can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. uh, uh, Child that who is having this sensory stimulation, sensory sound sensitivity, the best tool to use here is headphones. uh, I take one example. Say the student needs to take part in the assembly, so it's going to be anyway with sounds. So I will be, as a being proactive to the scenario. I will make sure that he's having his headphones to then it is then the discomfort is being taken out in such situations,
All
and
right.
he's able to participate and be positive in that environment.
Okay, so that there is no triggers in that environment.
Yes, yes, exactly.
All right. Okay, next we have Melly.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Melly. How are you?
Good, thank you. Can I go without the video, please?
Yeah, definitely. Please go ahead.
Thank you. So I chose scenario one. Imagine a child who is feeling overwhelmed in a noisy environment but cannot verbally express their discomfort. So I will choose scenario one. For this child, the child needs visual aids to communicate to the child. So I will use visual aids like maybe feelings chart, emotion chart, or cards to communicate to the child to choose what the child needs for a quiet time. Another thing I will do is to follow non-verbal cues. For example, like hand gestures, body language, and then I can also use alternative communicative methods like sign language or provide options for a quiet corner in the noisy classroom.
Okay.
Yes.
All
Thank
right. All right. Okay. So I think Tasneem Patanwala and Alpha Moni had raised their hands as well.
Yes, ma'am. I raised my hand.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So we'll
I-
start with Tasneem and then Alpha, you can go next after Tasneem. So Tasneem, why did you choose, did you choose scenario one?
Yes, yes. But the point already mentioned by one of the participants, they are called noise cancelling headphones.
Okay. All right. So do you want to add some more things to it or how is it?
Yeah, that can help as in when their teachers are teaching through PPTs and suddenly there are different levels of sound, so the child may get overwhelmed. So we can use a headphone and you can accordingly adjust.
Oh, sorry. All right. Okay, great. Okay, thank you, Tasneem. We have Alpha next.
Hi, hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, hope everyone is doing well. Here is nothing. Everyone already have spoke about their stuff. Like according to, they can use specs, they can use visual aids, they can use headphone. So here I would like to add, I can, if he's understanding here, since he has only, he can express verbally, but if I can make him understand simple words like loud sound, this is loud, this is quiet, this kind of things, if he understand, then I can make him, if I write it for him also, I think that will work too. Or if I can take him into a quieter place and explain him what is the needful stuff or what I'm going to explain him in a lesson, I think that would do too. If I will take him, in that case, I can take him since he's getting distracted by the noisy place. So I can take him like a one-to-one session that way and make him work out.
All right. Okay. So before I proceed, is there anyone else who would like to share their responses? Because I don't see any hands raised up. So if anyone else would like to share the responses, please, you can raise your hand up and I'd like to know what your response would be.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
This is Mariam.
Yeah. Hi, Mariam. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
All right, ma'am. I want to speak about scenario 2. Like, if a child wants to participate in a group game, but as a teacher, I will not wait for my student to participate. So I want, like all my students, whether it's special or normal, I want both of them to be involved in all the activities equally. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. So I want all the students to be participated in all the activities what we are doing in the class. They all should participate equally. So we won't wait for them to ask for participation or something. So we want uh, like if it's a special child, so we should take care more of them. So he won't go into inferiority complex, like what he have, what is he facing for the problems he's having inside him. So it won't take him more to be sad or depressed, like why they are getting, I'm not getting that importance, and these other students are getting the importance. So it's like as a teacher we should take care for both of them equally.
Wonderful. All right, great. Okay,
Hi, Miss. I'd like to add here a bit in scenario 2.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Alpha,
here, like,
right?
yes,
Uh,
here, like, we can include the child in that case. Like, we see most of our child, special child, if like there is a group activities going on, they when they feel they're like not included, they start making noises and all those stuffs. But what if we keep this child focus and say, could you please tell us what can we do, and give him the activity at start, means focus at him, or we'll ask someone nearby him, another student, could you tell, then he will understand how to tell. First give him a chance, then when he's unable, he doesn't know what to do, we can give the next his peer student to work out with it. When he is like, if there's a sense activity going on, we give him to smell, then he doesn't know what he have to say. But when he will see his peer students, peer friends are doing the same activity, then he will also try to engage himself and try to keep himself quiet over there and feel included, and he will also try to give his kind of uh, response what he knows accordingly. Thank you.
yes, so that's turn taking and observation skills from the child.
Yes.
All right. Yes, that's also a good point. Yes, Nishi, you have raised your hand up.
Yeah, I also add to the scenario two. The best way to increase the behavior in participating in a group activity, because they are most of the time they are idolize in themselves instead taking part. So that is a challenging behavior they all have. So what I will do is I use reinforcements such as star system. So whenever he communicate with the other party, so he gets a chance to write the numbers in the whiteboard. So the next child will write the answers. So first we will give him the smallest activity. So he will write 1, 2, 3. I give him a star. So he's anticipating for the next star. So he will get a reward after 3 stars. So we have to show that in a token economy or a star board that you achieve 3 stars, you will get a playtime with the puppet. Okay? Did you understand or do you want me to
Yeah,
rephrase it
I
again?
I got it. How about the others? Did you all understand what Nishi tried to say? She has used the reward system, right, Nishi?
Yeah,
The
like
reward system.
reinforcing. We have
Yes,
used the
yes, I
reinforcement.
did the same.
Reinforcement.
Yeah,
So
even I did the
increasing
same.
behavior, in terms of increasing behavior, the reinforcement is the strategy, right?
Yes.
So that is I will use to increase in participation
That is to
in the
remain more
group
focused. We
activity.
can use this thing for continuation.
Yes,
Right,
yes,
Miss? Yeah, thank you.
yes. Thank you.
Right, so we have one more person, one more member who has raised her hand up, Saleha Sheikh. So after she's done, I'll just give you a brief idea about each scenario, and we'll move on to the next slide. So Saleha Sheikh, you may just share your response.
Hello, hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Saleha?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah. How about you?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah.
Okay, so in this scenario, I would like to use flashcards because before the beginning of the class, I would like to tell the child that in this particular scenario, you can use if he cannot be verbal. He can show us the flashcard like in that flashcard there it is having like if he want to go to washroom if he used to show something that he doesn't and he want to eat but he doesn't explain that what he wants so he can use that flashcard which are having the signs that and before class we can just explain him that if you want to go to washroom you have to use this red card if you want to go to if you want to eat you can use this green card so you can show me that green card that then it would be sign for me it will be understanding for me that you can use this card for that okay so it would be a I think flashcard we can use it according to mine what you are thinking just let me know.
So this is similar to the PEC system, just like Nishi had brought it up initially. It is similar to the PEC system. Instead, you're using the colors. But Nishi, PEC system wise, you use the pictures, but you're using colors. So yes, it depends. Again, each child is different. Just because we have two
Definitely.
15-year-old autistic children and they are both boys, they are both from the same nationality, same background, doesn't mean that they will function in the same way. One may need picture system. One may, let's say, one may use a communication board that you will see what are the strategies that you can use, what are the tools that you can use with nonverbal autistic children. But yes, each child is different. So
Yeah.
it depends
And
again
ma'am,
from
yeah, one more thing. I have a child in our school that they are visually impaired child. So for that case, we cannot use the flashcards or any color cards or any packs, right? So for them, what will be the strategy? Can you please explain for them?
visually impaired children. We have many tools that we can use. We have the braille system, but if a child is not familiar with the braille system, and even the practitioner, the shadow teacher, the special educator, teacher, whoever is working with the child, even they are, if they are not familiar with the braille system, you can give them the option of listening and maybe yeah, you can give them the option of listening to what you have to say, and maybe they can type something out in the sense there are many applications. I'm not that thorough with it. I have to do my research on that. But there are many applications that help these children. For example, there's a visually impaired person in our special needs group. I don't know how many of you are in the WhatsApp group, special needs WhatsApp group. There's a visually impaired person who will be continuing his studies, higher education over here in the UAE. So how he communicates is by sending the Google, right? You can type in, there's an app where you can speak out whatever you need and it types it down. So that's how he uses it. So he speaks into the phone and that automatically that types it down. We have
Okay.
technology very advanced these days. So we have to, it's up to us to take advantage of it and to show these children how they can use this technology to their advantage.
All
Right?
right. All right. Thank you.
So we'll go.
Thank you very much.
No worries. So I'll just give you all a brief. You all have all given wonderful answers. The responses are varied. Some are actually really good responses. So for scenario 1, when a child is feeling overwhelmed in a noisy environment, but they cannot verbally express their discomfort, we cannot always rely on giving the child noise cancellation headphones because this leads to dependency. So if this leads to dependency, everywhere the child goes, they will ask for the headphone. I want the headphone. I want the headphone. It's always going to be, I want this headphone. So instead, there are few strategies that you can use, such as breathing exercises, pulling in and pulling out the child from these environments. Like start off by taking him in for 5 minutes, then pull him out.
Is
Then,
locked outside. So
yeah,
she
so you
was crying. She called police. I told her go and call.
So there are a few strategies that these strategies will be shown at the later slides. So just giving you an idea of what you can do for such a scenario, for scenario 1. Scenario 2, all of you are given the appropriate answer for that, to include the child. Instead of excluding the child, include the child. That's like the best answer we can have for this scenario. And for child 3, child is hungry and needs to let you know, but they don't use words. So child can point to the food. So the child knows, of course, when the child is at school, the child knows his mom or his dad, whoever has packed up food. So they can either take the food out from their bag and they will start eating. Or maybe if you're teaching them, ask permission before you do something, they'll take the food out and they'll show. See? They'll do like this. Or they, like Nishi had said, PEG system. They may use that. Or like, I think it was Alpha, if I'm not wrong, who had,
Yeah.
no, sorry, Saleha, I think. She had told color cards, green, red. So each child, it varies. Again, each child's understanding, their diagnosis, and of course, how you work with each child. And very important, the bonding. Because if the bonding is strong, the child is more willing to listen to what you're saying and they try to communicate with you. All right, so we'll be proceeding to the next slide. All right, the next slide is, okay, I would request everyone to please mute your mics. All right, okay, so the next slide is understanding nonverbal autism. So what is nonverbal autism? So nonverbal autism is, it is not a clear diagnosis. It's not, it comes under the autism spectrum disorder, but it's not categorized. It's just that some children, because there is no real cause, it has not been identified yet why a child is nonverbal. They have autism, but why they are nonverbal has not been properly identified yet. So non-verbal autistic individuals, children, adults, individuals, they don't use spoken language. They cannot verbally express themselves. Just like how you and I are talking right now, they cannot do that. They may speak. It's not that they are completely out. They cannot speak at all. No. They may speak up to 4 or 5 words at a time, and it's also limited. So it's either no communication, no spoken language, or limited communication. So just the way I'm talking to you right now, definitely they were not able to converse in that level. So that's why they are known as non-verbal autistic individuals. So they may speak, like I said, either no communication or 4 to 5 words of communication. I want to go to the car. That's it. Why do you want to go to the car? They will not be able to respond. So the cause for this, some children, it is known that some children have apraxia. which is a form of speech disorder caused for the children from the time of birth. But many studies have shown that apraxia is not evident in these children. So like I said, the cause is unknown. Just like cause for autism is still unknown. We don't know the exact cause why a child is diagnosed with autism. Similar wise, we do not know why a child is non-verbal. An autistic child is non-verbal. The causes are still being researched on. So yeah. So we have we have the communication challenges. Like I said, difficulty with verbal communication, limited or no speech, and speech developmental delays. So there are children who may be up to the age of 5. They were talking, the conversation itself was complete normal. They turn 6, communication decreases. It decreases, and then by the time they turn 8, there's no communication. So again, the cause for this, why this is happening, is still not known. But yeah, studies are going on. So it's up to us to show these children, these are the methods. You cannot verbally communicate, but we have strategies for you. We have tools for you. We can help you out. We can help you to communicate. Then we have expressing needs and emotions. So non-verbal indicators, apex system, reward system, these kind of things. Frustration, and they have frustration and behavioral issues. Of course, now if I was in a room with 2 other people and I'm unable to communicate, I'm unable to tell you that you're making so much of noise, please stop it. I'm unable to tell this to you, but you're still continuing. I'm trying to signal to you, like, I'm trying to do this, but still y'all are not able to understand what I'm trying to say. So this leads to frustration and behavioral issues. Behavioral issues, as we know it, they may hurt themselves, they may hurt others, but this is not in the wrong mindset. It's just that they want that attention, that, look, I cannot verbally express what I'm feeling right now. So please try to help me out. Can you tone it down, or can you help me out with this? Then we have dependence on others. Of course, so when they are non-verbal, I will always, if I'm non-verbal and I have my shadow teacher, mom here next to me, and I know, okay, if I look at the TV, my mom is going to understand, okay, she wants a TV, let me switch it on. If I have an apple next to me, and if I look at the apple, okay, my shadow teacher is going to understand, okay, she wants the apple. They're going to get it for me. So that dependence is created. It's a very strong dependence that gets created. Right? I see many questions on the group chat. I will answer each question at the end of the session. I'll answer each question. So please wait till the end of the session. I will answer them. So there's a video over here. I will play it. Just let me know if you are able to hear the video.
Strength.
Okay, so were you all able to hear the video?
No, the sound was not there.
No.
Sound was not there.
Try and calm your body.
How about now? Were you able to hear?
No.
Still
No
not there.
sound, ma'am.
Okay.
You have to check your sound system.
I think the video is paused, that's why.
Okay, just 1 second. Let me.
So we can't hear.
Okay, how about now?
I'm in a space.
Yes,
Are you
yes,
able now?
Yes, we can hear.
yes.
It's
Okay.
okay, ma'am, now.
You're able to hear, right?
Yes, it's okay
Yes,
now.
it was.
Okay. Okay. So I'll play it. So this is a good example of how a nonverbal or autistic individual communicates.
Try and calm your body. I am in a space. CONSTANT A N T space. I'm in a constant B A T T T T L E. You got it. You're gonna rock it again. You're gonna rock it again. W I T H with, get it, M Y space B O D Y. I'm in a constant battle with my body. I am an 18-year-old young man with non-speaking autism. I so often wish I could go back in time to the days where I could talk and better handle sensory input. I love and cherish those days. Days where I could talk and better handle sensory input. I love and cherish those days. If I could speak, I believe my voice would be quite deep, because my younger brother has a deep voice.
If I were to sound like a celebrity, I'd like it to be like Errol Flynn, the old-time movie actor. He played Robin Hood and Don Juan, and he had a very smooth voice I admire. When I was a toddler, I could speak.
Cow.
I could have real conversations about all kinds of topics with all kinds of people. My mom said I had advanced language use for my age. I don't remember particular words I said, as there were really so many. And then there weren't. At all. When I turned 3, my life started to change drastically. I began to have limited speech out loud. And because I couldn't speak, I was suddenly seen as non-thinking. No longer did people regard me worthy of a true education. It made me feel like I'd been mislabeled and discarded by society. During this time, I continued to teach myself all kinds of things by observing the environment around me intensely. No one knew I was learning this information. It was all stuck inside of me. This went on for about 10 years. One day, my mom was reading me a book. "Point to the octopus," she said. And I did, but it wasn't the octopus she expected. After that, she took me to someone that could teach me how to use a letterboard. It took about a year to reach open-ended communication with my speech-language pathologist. It took even longer for me to be able to openly communicate with my mom. For the first time in a very long time, I felt I was both known and heard. I'm 18 now, and I feel I'll still be missing out on many of the symbolic acts of passage for becoming an adult in our society. I'm unable to drive a car, go on an adventure alone. I'd like to have a personal relationship with a nice young woman who gets and fully appreciates my gifts and attributes. I recently attended a party of teens, gathering to promote greater gun control. It was so rewarding to be a part of something bigger than myself and outside of the world of autism. I voted for the first time last year, and I'll keep on voting. Even though I'd love to have the ability to speak my thoughts, I do feel that I've found a voice.
All right. So observe and share. Time for thought sharing. What did you understand from the video? Please raise your hands up and I'll get in each of you. Yes, Rani, Alpha. Rani, you can unmute and you can speak. We are unable to hear you.
Hi.
Hi, Rani.
Yes. It's me. I was the alpha. So I changed to phone.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but there's some background noise.
Not my side. It's with someone else.
Sorry, will you please make all other mics mute?
Yeah, okay, I've seen this. Okay. Okay.
What I have noticed is the person who is autistic, he doesn't understand with picture language more visually. He understands by words. His communication is through words. He understand, like when his mom was reading him the octopus book, he did not point at the picture of the octopus. He pointed at the word. So this showed that he needs someone to communicate with his board. So that's why he used the word board, where all the letters were written and he could communicate that way. So this is what I have understood, that he is now living his life. He can share his thoughts, feelings, everything in that manner. And he is trying to participate in different events so that he can explore more. He has lots of things to do and he wants to learn more. He wants to explore himself more. He wants to make friends. He wants to be in relation and all what other teenagers wants to do. He has all that interest in him. Thank you.
All right, yes. So that is right. We have Pina Faiza next.
Yes, this is the way of writing or through words, communication through words or writing. The child is unable to communicate with words, but he can write, he can join the words. But the problem is here, if a child is able to make words, if he is illiterate this much, he can make the communicate through words. If he knows how to write, how to make words, then he can communicate in this way. Everyone, every child, every autistic individual can't speak like that.
Okay, yes, right. All right. Is there anyone else who would like to share their thoughts? Okay, so I don't see anyone else's hands raised up. So yes, Peratachi Selvi.
Yeah, this is Perati Selvi. Hi, how are you all?
Hi, we are good. Alhamdulillah. How are you?
Yeah, good morning. I'm fine. And I want to add a small point here for the first one. Usually, all my friends said that we have to use the flashcards. And I have one more idea also. We can write something in the card, like I want to drink water, I need a break, I want to go to washroom, like that. That we can do it as an lamination, and we can give it to them whenever they need. They can take it and show to us so that we can understand their need and we can send them. That
Yes.
is also we can use for the non-verbal kids.
Yes, that's also a good point. So that children, they are at least reading what the picture is about instead of completely relying on the picture alone. All right. So is there anyone
And we
else?
can ask them to read also at times.
Mhm.
Listen, what they want, they will show you the flashcard so that we can ask them to read, so that they can read, I want to go to washroom. Then immediately we can take them by giving them a reward. A small star, a smiley, okay, you're very good, you see this, I'm taking you to washroom, like that. That also will work.
Yes, agreed. Right. Okay. I think Nishi will answer.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, from the video, what I learned is speaking is not the only way you can communicate yourself and your feelings. And we have to identify what is the best way our child or your student can communicate. And then it's easy for us to support according to his needs and to live in his or her space. That is what I learned. Thanks.
All right. Okay. We have Melly next.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, Melly.
From what I understand from the video, um, it shows that the fact that this child could not communicate doesn't mean that he doesn't speak to himself in his mind.
Okay.
The fact that he could point at the word instead of the picture means that communication is not only verbally, but it can also be in the mind. And this shows that every child is different. You just have to understand the way to get to them. I'll use an example with my own child. Even though he doesn't communicate, but he loves to be read to, and he would hold your finger and point one word after the other. So that is what I understand from the video. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful response. Rubina Muhammad.
Yeah, hi everyone.
Hi, how are you?
Good, I'm good. So, with my own son, I have seen that, as you said, like he's more obsessed with words. He's 6 years now, but we haven't taught him how to read and all. But he, I don't know, somehow he figures out how to read, and he can read by himself. He's obsessed with books and reading. So I think in his case, I think the cards with words can help him more than in case of pictures. The kids who has that kind of ability to read and understand the words, I think uh, a way of communication would be cards which has words. I also want an opinion like if I make him practice with the word cards, eventually he will improve. Like now he says two, three words together. Not he would not complete a full sentence. So if I make him do more activities with the words, he will gain more confidence. He will start talking like a complete sentence. uh, will that happen? Like, is there is that also a method of teaching him to start speaking in full sentence?
Yeah, so what you can do is keep encouraging your child this way. And now he's saying 2 to 3 words, right? Now, for example, let's say he says, I want drink. I want juice. Let's say I want juice. He's saying, I want juice. So you prompt him to say the other word. You want juice? Which juice? So he's going to say grape. Okay. Give him whatever he wants, give him this time. Now, tomorrow, he'll say, I want that juice. He'll point at the orange juice. You'll have an orange and you'll have a grape juice. He'll point at the orange juice. He'll say, I want that juice. So then you prompt him, which juice? Say the proper sentence. Which juice? I want orange juice. Teach him first how he has to say it, and without his knowledge, the things you have to do for these children, especially when you're teaching something new to them, right? Or when you're increasing the what you call it, whatever you're teaching to them, this has to be done without their knowledge. They should not feel that this pressure is coming for them. So you have to always make it fun, and without their knowledge, you have to teach them these new things. So that way they learn it, and at the same time, they don't feel that it's like a burden for them. They feel like it's fun. It's very, it's a game sort of
The
thing for them.
casual thing. Yeah, okay.
Yes. Yes. All right. Maureen Gachoki. Maureen, you have raised your hand. You can share your thoughts.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, is it Melly?
No, this is Shaima here.
Shaima, okay.
Sorry to interrupt in between.
No worries.
Actually, you had told about the previous one, the like introducing, like I want to say the full sentence. So to this, I would like to add, to introduce certain games. Like Simon says, I want ice cream. So that type of games can help the child, to communicate with you. Because I have seen this my class LSA doing with the child. So he was improving.
Okay,
So I
so
just
yes,
wanted to share this thought here.
yes, that is also a good idea to, again, it's a prompting method for the child. Uh, all right, so we'll end it off with Maureen and Shazia. Maureen, are you here?
Yes, can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
I think she has some connection issues.
Okay. No, can you hear me?
We can hear you, but
Oh, okay, perfect. Because previously I couldn't even hear you. Okay. I just wanted to add something like saying different students, they have different needs here. And for example, for the video that was running previously, it's like you cannot assume that because all students or maybe the group that you are supporting, they are nonverbal, you might assume that they are all, or maybe you can use the same visuals. So it's good to understand that different students, they have different needs. And you are supposed to learn what can work maybe for one child, cannot work for the other child. So that is something I just wanted to add about that.
Come again, Maureen, your last, I could not hear you properly, your last sentence.
Hello?
Hello, yes, Maureen.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Sorry, I was having
Okay.
Wi-Fi issues. That's why I had exited the.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to add something small regarding different children or different students. They have different needs. Even for non-verbal children, you cannot assume maybe the group or the child that you're supporting, they have because they are non-verbal, you can use same visuals. So it's something I wanted to add here. Even if maybe the child who is non-verbal and the other one is also non-verbal, you cannot use same visuals. So it's good to understand the need of the child and what can work well for this child. Maybe it cannot work for the other child. So something I just wanted to add about that.
All right. Okay, yes. That's also right. So, Shazia.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yeah, I want to add one thing that for the non-verbal students, we can keep asking questions from them, so they will answer us whatever they want to do. Because we can use postcard or like my sisters that said they are using the flashing cards, or sometimes we can make a post like a chart card, and we can just hang in front of him, making some pictures and writing some comments on that. So whatever he want to do, he can point with that things, that whatever he want to do. Or if we will keep talking with them, keep talking and keep asking with them, then they will learn how to speak and how they want their things. I think it will be more good for them, and they will learn more for that. They will not keep silent. They will start to talk.
True. Yes. You're right. You've got a
Thank you.
point. Well,
Thank you.
all right. So, yes, thank you all for sharing your thoughts. It was, all these thoughts were based on your understanding of the video. So, I need not explain the video because you all have had an understanding of it. So we'll be moving on to the next slide because it was supposed to be for 1 hour, but we've been still going back. So let's go to the next slide. So what are the communication strategies? We have 3 communication strategies: augmentative and alternative communication, which is known as AAC. We have visual supports and sensory friendly tools. So in this webinar, we'll be covering these 3 communication strategies. Moving on. So in the augmentative and alternative communication, which is the AAC, we have the picture exchange system. So what is the picture exchange system? So many of you have an idea of what the picture exchange system is. So giving you a brief, the picture exchange system, communication system, also known as PEX, is a form of AAC which uses pictures or symbols. So I have shared few documents in the group. I hope you all have access to that. I will, once this slide is done, I'll share that as well and give you an example of how you can use that. So it is used for nonverbal individuals, means real nonverbal individuals. Now, this picture exchange system, it includes pictures, 1-letter words, maximum of three words in one card. So these are the topics that come under the picture exchange system, right? Are common topics that the child uses every day: daily needs, food, places that the child visits, maybe therapy, school, park, tuitions, these kind of places. Let's say feelings. So daily routines, daily emotions, daily things that the child uses comes with, you can use it for the picture exchange system, because we cannot put every single thing under the picture exchange system, right? So we use the mandatory ones that comes under picture exchange system. So it's a very useful tool. It's a very useful tool for those with limited or no speech. So we have the key features: visual communication. They look and they understand what is it that they want to ask from you, and they show it to you so that you also get a clear idea. And it can be customized, flexibility. It can be customized with a wide range of pictures. So PEC system, it's not mandatory that you have to focus, like I said, it's not mandatory that you have to focus on a particular need or particular topic that you're using the PEC system for, right, for a child. So if you want to maybe make a PECS card for places the child wants to visit, okay, you can do that. So you can put park, you can make 6 cards, you can put park, school, therapy, tuition, mall. So it's flexible. You can create the PECS card for your child. So I will just share the PECS sample card once again in the group. I would
We can,
like,
hi
yeah.
Miss, I'll just add, we can put them in a communication box so that he understands what is what and what is going to be next.
Yes, exactly. So I'll send the sample in the group again. You can all just open it up. I'll be sharing it here in the screen as well. Let's hold up 1 minute. Okay, so I've shared the pics here. Hope it's visible. Okay, great. So it's visible. I hope everyone can see it, right? All right, great. Okay, so the PEC system, the PECs that I have used here is feelings, very important, because children, if they feel that the practitioner, the parent, the teacher cannot understand how they're feeling, this leads to frustration and behavioral issues. They may hurt themselves or they may hurt the others around them. So, for example, you can take, of course, you have to cut it up. You can cut this up, and to make it more interactive for the child, right? You can cut it up and make individual cards, and you can say to the child, see, these are feeling cards. So, I feel happy. See the first one's happy. I feel sad. So, teach them how to express it through their emotions, through their face. And at the same time, they can use the visual support as well. So that the dependency doesn't only come on the PEC system. They are able to put it out themselves as well. Because you're not always going to carry your PEX cards everywhere you go, right? You cannot carry it while you're traveling, you will not carry it with you in the airplane. So the children should be able to express it through their face as well, not just through the cards, but through their face as well. So we have happy, sad, angry, tired, hot, hot, cold, sick, excited. So teach the child, use the PEC system to also teach the child how they can express it in their face itself. Then we have the I want to, again, daily needs. I want to eat. So teach them if you want to eat or to rub their tummy. I want to eat, rub their tummy. I want to play. So they can maybe point to a friend, or they can pull your hand, and or they can maybe do some, if you have a hand game that you'll play. For example, let's say you'll play like Amina Super Sena, something like that. So you can teach a child, if you want to play, show this to me like this. So they will understand, okay, I don't have to only rely on the card. I can do this. She will understand what I'm trying to say. I want to study. Maybe they'll take their book. They'll show. So it means you also can understand, okay, the child wants to study, the child wants to do homework. I want to sleep. I want to brush my teeth. So brushing the teeth. I want to shower. I want to write. I want to go for a walk. So just because you use the PEC system, even though the child is non-verbal, doesn't mean that the child should be completely 100% dependent on the PEC system. Because this becomes very difficult, becomes a huge challenge later on to eliminate this from the child. There are times a child can use a PEC system, of course. They're teaching something new or they're feeling something different. You want to teach something new, yes, you can use. But try to make the child to be independent. This should not be something dependent on the child. All right. So I hope all of you have received the PEC system in the WhatsApp group. I've shared it. I hope you all have received it.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So we'll go back to the presentation. Okay, so that was the PEC system. Again, there are many templates online. Leave templates. You can just make simple block boxes, or even take a piece of paper and fold it into 8. You can fold it into 8 and just draw some pictures, color it, or even stick. So it's not necessary that it's actually a very easy thing to do. You don't need that many resources. You just need paper, couple of markers. Or if you're taking a printout, you can just taking pictures from Google and put in. But of course, remember, when you're using the PEC system, the pictures have to be easy to understand for the child. It should not be a complicated picture. It should be something that's easy for the child to understand. Otherwise, it will be of no use that you're teaching the PEC system to the child itself. So moving on to the next slide. This is also another alternative communication strategy that we can use, communication devices. Electronic tools used to generate speech to text. Like, I'm not sure who had asked, but someone had asked for visually impaired students, how can we help them communicate, right? So there are applications, there are tools. So they just have to speak into it. They have to say, I'm feeling this way, and then it generates text. Or they have to type it down, it will generate into a speech. Or for example, in the video that we just saw, right? Even that communication board, letter board, communication board. So Even there are a few apps that, have pre-recorded messages, pre-recorded words. So the individuals, they can, let's say, they will be given a set of words. They want to talk about daily needs. So in the phone, it will show, in the app, it will show the, let's say, washroom, eat, play, go for a walk. So they will read it. Children who can read, of course, children who can read, they will select go for a walk. So when they select it, either it will show as a colored icon, a colored box that they have selected, or it will, the device, right? It will read it out loud. So the person next to them can understand what the child is trying to say. Again, I wouldn't recommend using this unless the child is really non-verbal. So we have different types. Speech generating devices, produces spoken words or phrases. Voice output communication aids, which are VOCAs, includes devices with pre-recorded messages or synthesized speech. So customizable vocabulary. So some apps, they do offer the customizable vocabulary. Now you feel your child is only able to talk about their daily needs and their feelings, but they're not sure about the food or anything else. It's just these two topics that your child is thorough, they have a thorough understanding with, and they always communicate this with you. So you can customize the vocabulary set in this app accordingly to your child's needs. So variety of input device methods. So touch screen, switches, eye tracking systems. Again, depends on the child's abilities. Speech output provides verbal communication. So child has to just speech, the child has to just type in and the app puts it out. Moving on to the next slide. Sensory tools. So devices or objects designed to provide sensory input to help the children manage their frustration. Sensory processing challenges are frustrations, behavioral issues, right? So it can calm them. So these sensory, as we know it, sensory relates to the senses. Just one second. Okay, so it relates to our senses: sight, smell, taste, touch, and hear. So, for example, I can show you all a few things. Now, for example, let's say you're trying to make the child verbal through sensory tools, right? So how can you do this? You can show them. This is just a sensory toy that I use with my children. So you can show them and you want to make them verbal. So this is small. What is this? Small. This is big. Small, big. Small, big. So give it to the child once you're done explaining it to the child. Give it to the child as well. I'm sorry, someone's mic is unmuted.
Maybe these are like seminars, these are like
Okay. So you can show it to the child. What is this now? Is it small or big? He or she is going to say small. Or they may say, so the voice may not come out, but the movement, you can see that how the child's lips are moving. Or you may make it big. Now, what is this? Is it big or small? B. So child may say, or they may say, B, B, S, S. They give you that hint that they can understand what you're trying to say. So of course, we are not doing magic here. So we can definitely in one try, it's not going to be possible to make the child speak the entire word out or speak the entire three words out. It's not going to be possible. So start off small, let the child go. B. Next time, again, give the child a break. Next time, maybe another day or maybe after a few hours. Big. Big. So teach a child how to say the word. All right. So another one could be, for example, I have a ball here with me. It's a strawberry shaped ball. So you can ask the child, what do you see here? Child may say, ball. So, okay, you can, out of the 4 words that the child has said, you can understand the child is saying 2 letters, right? Out of the 4 letters, you can understand the child is saying 2 letters. So he or she may say ball. So you can understand child is trying to say ball. Sometimes what I've noticed when I've shown my children this. They, instead of saying ball, they say strawberry. So they go directly into what is it? It's a fruit. They can understand this is a fruit. They go directly to it's a fruit. So they say strawberry. Now for another one would be, this is also another ball, but the child will not say it as a ball. They call it watermelon because it looks like a watermelon. It's shaped like a watermelon. It's designed as a watermelon. So they go as watermelon, right? So there are many sensory tools that you can use to help the child become more verbal. They may not be completely verbal, but those essential words, those specific words that will let you know what is a child looking for, what does the child need. You can train the child through these processes. But what I would suggest is when you're using the PECs, the ACC system, right? When you're using these, do not make the child reliant on it. Do not make the child dependent on it. That's the first thing. And only use it if the child is truly nonverbal. Because I've seen many practitioners who, just because the child cannot speak, the child has selective mutism. Selective mutism means the child does not want to speak unless the child does not want to speak other than to a few people. Means he's very verbal towards his mom, his dad, towards this one particular best friend of his, but towards his teachers, he's just like, no, I don't want to talk to you. I have selective, it's like it shows I have selective mutism. So for these children, I highly recommend not to use this unless you really need to. And this also should be very minimal, because unnecessarily we are taking the child to that path. But if the child is truly nonverbal, they are struggling, they have apraxia, they are struggling to express themselves, they have limited speech. You, as a practitioner, as a parent, you can understand this. So then use these tools. Otherwise, best to reduce the usage of these tools. All right. So we have the activity happening now. So now all of you will be divided into breakout rooms, and you will practice using the ACC strategies in real life scenarios. Okay, so we have 4 rooms. We have room 1, which is asking a teacher for help with a doubt you have. You have to pretend to be the child. You have to pretend to be the child. Go into the child's shoes, and I will assign the rooms to y'all. So room 1 will be asking a teacher for help with a doubt you have. Room 2, you are feeling unwell or uncomfortable in a social setting. Room 3, introduce yourself and ask another child to play during recess. Room 4, express feelings of sadness after losing a favorite toy or experiencing a change in routine. So y'all are going to be in the breakout rooms, and I want y'all to work in groups to come up with strategies on how you can help this child. All right. So you can use either gestures, visuals. If you know sign language, you can use sign language, create a communication board, PEC system, or if you have a whiteboard or even a piece of white paper, right? You can write it down here. So I want to see how creative and what tools can you use to work with these children. So now I'll send a picture of this as well in the group so that y'all are aware of the according to room numbers, y'all know what is the activity that y'all have to work on. I'll share this in the group, and now I'll be assigning the breakout rooms. So I want all to please put in your ideas, everyone to pitch in their ideas. All right. And breakout rooms are assigned. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. I'm assigning the rooms to y'all. So, okay, so the rooms have been assigned and it's now open. Please join the rooms. I'll be visiting each break room in case y'all have any questions. So I'll be giving y'all 5 minutes to get your ideas in, all right? Editif and Hina, aren't you all in the meeting room?
Mom, Mom, it keeps logging me out. When I press OK to enter the room, it locks me out. I don't know what happened.
It logs you out.
Yeah.
Okay, let me assign you to another room then. What about Hina? What has happened to Hina? Have you got another room? I'll Aditip, I will assign you to room number 7. Sorry, room number 1, okay? And Hina, I'm not sure. Are you able to hear me? But I'm assigning you to room number 4.
Mom, I'm still experiencing the same thing. It keeps logging me out. I don't know what happened.
Perhaps some Wi-Fi issues, maybe.
Maybe. Okay, let me change my phone and try again.
Hello.
Hi, has everyone returned to the main room?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
All right. So we'll start off with, I'll share the screen one more time. Okay. So we'll start off with room number 1. Asking a teacher for help with a doubt you have. So who would like to volunteer from room number 1 and share what your ideas were? Room number 1? Anyone from room number 1?
I think Maureen can lead room number 1 because she have put so many ideas in front of us. Maureen.
Oh, really? Maureen, come on. Okay. Please take the initiative.
Right. There is something I was trying to explain to them, yeah? I
Mhm.
was saying, especially when you are trying to model the behaviors of a child, you need to know what to use, especially for those students who want to be on their devices like laptops or maybe iPads. You need to use to have a chart where you have do's and don'ts. And when this child does something good, you reward the child with a sticker. And some of them, they don't like stickers. So you need to understand which reward works well with your child. And this child, whenever he or she does something positive, you need to reward the child. Then by the end of the day, you need to check. You have a checklist, what you did, and like a positive or negative. And you need also to know these are behaviors, like I was trying to tell them, some of them you might try to modify their behaviors, and you find maybe some of them they are seeking attention to walk out of the class. And some of them they might do something intentionally, something which is not maybe something negative, and maybe the class teacher will be crossed. So you need to know this child was just seeking attention. For example, when you put them on the timeout, maybe you might make the situation more worse. Instead of correcting or modeling the behavior, you might make the situation more worse. So you need to understand this child what works so well. So instead of modeling the behavior, you make the situation more worse. So you need to have like a sticker chart where you have a checklist. By the end of the day, you reward the child. And don't, I was trying to emphasize, never ever work on that list alone. You need to involve your child all the time. So, and for those who don't like stickers, you need like some students whom I supported before, some of them, they like cars. And you need to know which toys is working for this child. This one maybe like stickers, you want them with the stickers. You cannot say maybe the child whom I was supporting before, he liked the stickers, others they like cars. So you assume that cars will work for this child. So you need to understand what they like, and you ask them when they do maybe something positive, what you want to do. And especially for those who are trying to be on their devices, you sometimes you feel like whenever you take the device, they'll start tantrums. Some they are distracting everyone in the classroom, and you find that the situation is more worse. So you need to use reinforcers, especially positive reinforcers, especially for those who have behaviors here, because especially some of them, they are hyper, and you might find maybe even that child, understand your child first, and you know what works well with your child. So that don't make the situation more worse, or instead of modeling the behavior, you make it more worse. Yes.
Okay, great. Yes, that's a good idea. All right. So let's move on to room number 2. Anyone would like to volunteer, take the initiative, volunteer, and tell how would you help a child who is feeling unwell or uncomfortable in a social setting? Yes, Veena.
Yes. If a child is not feeling, is feeling unwell or uncomfortable in a class, there are many reasons. someone can bully them, or a classroom environment is not good for him. He is not comfortable with the voices and all the shouting behavior. Also, the teachers shouts on the children. In case if a child is suffering all these things, he will cry. He will try to get out of the class. So make the classroom environment easy, comfortable for them, noise free. So a child can engage in a class with the peers. Otherwise, it is not possible for a child to cope with the others if he is not comfortable and not feeling well. This is the smallest strategies we can do for the betterment of the child. We can make a corner for the child if he's meltdown or he wants to get out of the situation. He can go there and enjoy with the books or colors or flashcards, anything he likes, he can do there.
All right, great. All right. So, room number 3. Introduce yourself and ask another child to play during recess. Who would like to volunteer from room number 3 and share your ideas? Room number 3, I got to know they have finished off within 5 minutes of discussion. So yes, I'm looking forward to hear more ideas from room number 3 as well. So someone please volunteer. I think Rani Alpha has volunteered from room number 3.
Yeah, we have discussed a lot actually here.
Okay.
So first we can introduce ourselves, like in a ourselves. Like if I'm in the kids' position, so I will introduce myself, or I will not know what to do, so I can use the buddy system. In that case, the buddy who is sitting next to me in the same table, he can come up to me, or he can come and introduce himself. That will work. First I will play with him, or he'll be playing the same activity I like to play in a game. Then slowly taking it to the larger group with him, I will be like confident and courage and going to the next level which my buddy will be taking to me. So slowly getting engaged. Now how to understand, we can write it in a board or in a paper, by body language, by using gestures, engaging again in same way to play in a group, and using pegs, like I can show my turn, your turn, these kind of things we can use. So these are the things we have discussed. We can use LSS also to explain that what is happening, what he wants, what the child wants. So these are the things we have discussed. I hope it's okay. Anyone else want to add with me in my group can come forward and add.
And we thought about a reward system for a good behavior, for a
Yes.
good group interaction. We will reward the child and encourage to get into more group activities, group interactions. That was one more thing that we thought of.
Okay, that's all. Those are good ideas. All group 1, 2, and 3 has shared some good ideas. What about room number 4? Express feelings of sadness after losing a favorite toy or experiencing a change in routine. So, room number 4, who would like to volunteer?
Yes, miss.
Okay, Shazia. All right,
Yes.
Shazia.
Yes, I want to just we can say to the kids that if they lose their favorite toys, so we can just make them engage with some other activities. Okay, so we can give them their favorite food, or we can take them out for play in the ground, or sometimes we can make a story about the toy, and we can say, see, your toy actually that's became tired, so they want now to sleep, so your toy is going for sleep. We can just express with them that they will not have something in their mind that we lose our toys. Understand?
Okay.
So we can actually, the main thing that we have to take them out from this trauma, that what happened with them with the toy, because some students, they are always engaged with like teddy bears and some things that they always keep them very near to them, the toys. So if we want to take them out from these things, so we can make something that we will take the toy from them. Suppose sometimes we said we have the toy have to take a rest, so leave them and you just do something else, so they knows that this time is for taking a rest, for even for us. We will explain the students that see how you are sleeping, how you are taking rest. So your toy also they have to take a rest. So maybe they will forget that it's not necessary to keep always the toy with them. Or we can make some movie to engage themselves. We can make some movie. We can put some toys, other kind of toys, or we can give them some like the things that they will engage themselves to take out the other things. So they will not engage with always with one thing. Understand? So we will give them some different kind of things like toys, like some other books, story books, or like favorite movies. So they will engage themselves in some other things.
Okay, so again, dependency on that particular item, particular object has been reduced and that's been transferred to
Yes, other
something else.
thing. Yeah.
All right, great. Okay, Sarud, you have raised.
Hi,
Hi, Sarud.
how are you?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm good. And I want also to add on that when a child lost a toy, maybe it is a chance for us to see how the child gets angry, upset, so that we can teach him how to control emotions. So maybe we can start by saying we acknowledge, yes, you have lost your toy. I can see you are sad. It's good to be sad because you lost your thing. So from there, we need to counsel him, teach him how to regulate emotions, offer comfort and reassurance that these things can happen and we are going to get another one. It's not the last one. You are going to get another one either today or tomorrow. But the main thing is we want to know how we can control the emotions. Yeah.
True. Right. Okay. So all have given good what you call strategies that you will be using with the child. So room one, asking a teacher for help with a doubt you have. This scenario, helping a child out with this scenario, right? It fosters independence and confidence. The child may be non-verbal, but you are able to foster independence and confidence in the child. That's the benefit of for those who participated in room one, who were able to express ideas in room one. This is what you are able to implement in daily life. You come across a non-verbal child and you see a child is struggling to ask the teacher for help with a doubt he or she has, right? So you can think of strategies that will help this child out to achieve this challenge of theirs and also foster their independence and confidence. Room two, the child is feeling unwell or uncomfortable in a social setting. So this teaches the child to be expressive. Okay, don't keep it to yourself. Don't be aggressive. Don't be frustrated. Express it instead. You can do it this way or this way. You can show me some picture. You can show it on your face. Or do you want a letterboard? I have letterboards available. I have PEX card available. So you're giving the child the chance to express himself or herself. Then we have room number three, which is introduce yourself and ask another child to play during recess. Independence, confidence, and friendship. This is what you will be able to achieve when you implement this in the real life. For those who were in room number three. And for room number four, express feelings of sadness after losing a favorite toy or experiencing a change in route. So this is involvement. The child's opinion is being valued. You're showing the child that your opinion is being valued. We are here to listen to you. They are expressing their feelings. So each room teaches you to how you can relate this to real life and what comes out of the scenarios. All right. So I have shared this picture on the group as well. And I'll be sharing the PPT at the end of the session. I'll be taking down your emails and I'll be sharing the PPT. You all can go through this also once I do share the PPT, you can go through it as well. Right. So share your thoughts. How did you feel using AAC and which strategies worked well according to you? So we are running out of time. So just 3 people, could you all just raise your hands up and we'll go ahead with it? I think Rani has raised her hand up.
Yeah, that was before, but still I would like to share. So it's like we in every situation we have to use this AAC. So like for engaging yourself to a peer student, we need to use the PACS communication board for communicating. And the other one is what else? PACS communication board and getting along with your buddies, engage yourself, as you said, getting confidence, independence. So these all we can use using strategies. Thank you.
All right, good. Next person, Maureen.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. There is something I just wanted to add here. Previously, there is a parent who, or is it a teacher, who was saying about when you reward a child something, that child just want to stay with something. So I just wanted to add about the timer. We can use a timer. Maybe you can use a timer for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. After that is after you reward the child. Then also show the child that it's okay to lose the game, be there for the child. Then also we can use like social stories to show the child that it's okay to lose the game and it's okay to win the game. So keep on encouraging them and motivate them to show them it's okay, even to lose the game, it's okay. And especially when they are taking turns here, he or she can learn also others they are losing. So it's okay to lose the game to avoid these kind of frustrations. And maybe some of them, they start wailing and because they lost the game. Yeah, I just wanted to wonder about that.
All right, great. Okay, so we'll go with one more participant who would like to share their thoughts. Beena.
Yes, as I am using AAC devices for my non-verbal child, I'm working as a speech pathologist and as a special educator in the class, and I find it very useful. If a child cannot understand and cannot speak, he can communicate with the pictures, or if he is able, he can write with the different modes of writing. This is good. AAC devices, using the AAC devices is very good for the children. Especially, I also want to share one thing. I'm working in an institute. There all teachers are Arabic speaking, and only me, Urdu and English speaking teacher there. They can't understand me, and I can't understand them. So what we do, we write something on mobile or Google it. I write in English, they Google in Arabic. They write in Arabic, I Google in English. So we can communicate to each other to understand what they want to say. The position is like a non-verbal child. Non-verbal child, they cannot communicate. We all are actually working like that. So the AAC device use is perfectly, we can say this is good for also with the people, they are verbal but cannot communicate.
Yeah,
This is,
so basically when we have language barriers as well.
yes, language barriers as well. And Google AAC devices are helping for us. So it's also beneficial for the students as well.
True, true. Yes. All right. So let's move on. Yes. Thank you all for sharing your thoughts. We'll be moving on to the next slide. So social stories. So how can we enhance the social skills? So we know nonverbal individuals, nonverbal autistic individuals, they too tend to get back because they feel that I cannot speak. So because I cannot speak, I will not be able to make friends. They will not talk to me. They are talking to me, but I cannot understand what I mean. I cannot reply to them. So how can we enhance their social skills? So one method, social stories and role playing. So social stories, you can read through it while I give a brief explanation. But social stories are short stories, short, understandable stories for the child. You can either use pictures or you can just tell it verbally with actions, body gestures, and you just tell a story to the child explaining a social situation. Now, for example, I had a child who gets frustrated when he goes to new environments. So he gets frustrated when he goes to new environment. His body gets tense. He's a 15-year-old boy. His body gets tense, and sometimes because of this frustration, he hits the person next to him. He does not mean to do it. He's very regretful at the end of it. He's very regretful. He's like, what did I do? But because of his frustration, his brain is not able to understand, I'm going to do something wrong. So he just does what the brain signals him to do. Hit the person next to you. He hits, he calms down. But he's regretful after that. How do we stop this? Social story. So in his case scenario, I had put him a story. I had played a story to him of a young boy who was having a bad day. He missed his bus, it was raining, his clothes were wrenched, his mom was busy, so he could not talk to his mom. So how he coped up with it? He waited till his mom was done. He cleared up his things. He took a wash, freshened up, got into some dry clothes, came, saw that his mom has done, completed her work, and then spoke to her about her day, about his day, and then took ideas from her how he can feel, how can he make his day better, and he feels better. Now, these stories, short but understandable stories, can be shown to the children or can be told to the children. All right. And role playing. For example, let's say, okay, the child is having behavioral issues, frustrated. I cannot speak. Why can't I speak? Why are they speaking? Why can't I speak? I'm going to hit the person next to me. I hit. Okay. Now that child is crying. I'm regretful. What did I do? Why did I hurt my friend? So now as a mother or as a practitioner, we are working with this child. Tell them, explain it to them. See, you got mad, you got angry, you hit your friend. Let's keep the friend's name as Anna. Okay. So you got mad, you got angry, you hit Anna. Now, how do you think she feels? Is she feeling happy or is she feeling sad? Of course, the child is going to be able to say sad, or at least going to express it. Okay, fine. Now tell the child. Now, what if you can either say, okay, say there's another child next to me. What if I hit James? I'm angry. I'm very, I cannot speak. I'm very angry. I hit James. How do you think he would feel? Child is going to say, this is not good, or this is bad, or sad, angry, cry. They're going to explain, they're going to portray a word, say a word to you, or at least portray an expression that says that the action you did was wrong. So you tell to the child, so yeah, so this is wrong, right? So you should not do. Instead, we should do some breathing exercises. Or if you're feeling angry, just close your fists and just breathe in, breathe out. But do not throw your arms. Or you can fold your arms. Right? So you have to say, again, this depends on the child you're working with and the child's diagnosis as well. Of course, understanding level also has to be there, because you have to be able to explain as per the child's understanding level. If you explain something complex to a child who has simple understanding, it's just going to be a waste. Then we have structured play and interaction. So structured play techniques such as turn taking. Now, there are children who are autistic, but turn taking, they don't understand the concept of turn taking. They think that, no, I'm the only one. I should get the turn. I should get the star. I don't want them to get the stars. I don't want them to get the turn. I don't like the teacher calling them. So you have to always, during these times, you have to always keep an eye on the child. You should be able to determine the next movement of the child. That's how strong your observation skill should be when you're working with these children. So for example, such as turn-taking games, let's say Nishi, I think she has left a meeting. Initially during the icebreaker, how she had told, I will tell, like she has told, she'll tell her child to write the numbers 1 to 5. She'll reward her child. Okay, your turn is done. You did 1 to 5. Very good. Let's give it to Anna. Let her write the names. So that child's going to write 2 names. Okay, next child. Can you write more? Okay. So teach your child turn taking is very important. Again, some children don't have that turn taking issue. Some children do have it. So it depends on the child's abilities and the challenges they're facing. So group activities helps to create bondings with the other children as well, because how much are they going to depend on the adults, right? And also when they work in groups or when they take turns or they do such interesting activities, this encourages their communication, teamwork. Of course, teamwork. The children are happy to help this child out, and this child is also looking forward to work with the other children, and it's also fun for him according to their brain, right? According to their age, their brain, it is very fun and it's interactive for them. Then we have peer mediated interventions. So this is basically collaborations with the other children in involving other children into the activities. So this is peer mediated interventions, like making friendships and making them do group activities, having the children go together for PE. You're staying back, going back to children, and then the child you're working with, or your child, your son, your daughter, is with another child, with who they prefer, right? Who they consider as their best friend. Moving on. So supporting emotional regulations. So first one, we have identify emotional cues. So using visual support such as emotion cards or charts, and observing the body language and facial expressions. So body language and facial expressions, very important. If the child is having behavioral issues, you should be able to understand that this is going to be the child's next move. He is going to hit, he is going to kick. So that those tiniest moves are what you will be able to determine how to work on with the child. Because now let's say I'm having a child, 5-year-old boy in here next to me. I know he's going to hit the next child. He's getting mad. He's going to hit the child next to him. Okay. So immediately, because he doesn't like the turn taking idea. So because this child is getting a chance, he's going to hit that child, so that child does not get a chance. And all the attention gets diverted to this boy. Let's call him James. All right. So now James, you can see James is gritting his teeth. He's looking side to side. He's starting to breathe heavily. He's raising his hand. That's when you immediately take his hand, rub his palm. How are you feeling, James? Are you feeling mad? Okay. See, Anna is going to go to the front of the class. She's going to write on the board. All right. We have to clap for her. Okay. We should not get mad. After Anna, you can take a chance. So of course, the child is not immediately going to be like, okay, fine. No, he or she may be aggressive, but we have to keep practicing. And that's how the child will calm down. Right? So implementing consistent routines. Yeah. So it's allows for predictable emotional cues. So let's say the child wakes up on Monday. The child wakes up, he goes to brush his teeth, he freshens up, he has his breakfast, he goes to school. This has been happening for a week. And then the second week, on a Tuesday, random Tuesday, child wakes up, he brushes his teeth, he freshens up, he goes to school. He has missed his breakfast. Now, because he missed his breakfast, he is going to be very grumpy in school. He is going to be very frustrated. So this is not going to work out for him. So, of course, you cannot always have the child working on a specific, consistent routine. Okay, every day this is a routine, because there are things that are going to be unpredictable that happens in our lives. So that will influence the child as well. So start off with a consistent routine. And again, like I said initially during the session, without the child's knowledge, implement new, let's say, new activities into the child's routine. Okay, shall we try this today? Get the child's opinion as well, so that they know, okay, she's going to do this next. And then once the child starts, okay, they start trusting you, they have created that bond with you, and they are flexible when it comes to routines, right? Then start to implement activities into the routines without the child's knowledge. Of course, not at once, but gradually, in a slow pace. So, yeah, then engage in activities like story time, role playing, so bonding and understanding the child's feelings, and even the child can understand feelings. Then we have the calming strategies and tools. So we have fidget toys. For example, this is one of the sensory toys, fidget toys. So if the child is feeling mad or angry, they can expand it and then close it, expand it, close it, expand it, close it. We have, but there are a few other things that I'll just show. So you can give the child these sort of cognitive toys. It allows for their cognitive development. And also they can, when they're feeling mad, so they know that he's just going to be putting out his frustrations like this. He's going to put it in, and eventually he'll create something up. Right, so there are many tools. We can actually, these things are very affordable. It's a matter of 5-10 dirham. So as a teacher, as a practitioner, if you want to, get these things for your children, or as a parent, if you want to get things for your children, there are many places online, and I'm pretty sure many of you who are here based in UAE are aware of Day to Day. You can get it for good cheap price as well, so that you don't struggle with the finance, because I know it's not going to be an easy task when it comes to financial as well. So in a matter of 20 dirham, you can get 4 different activities for the child. It's effective because at the end of the day, you're helping the child to, have these calming strategies and tools, and also improve their independence and cognitive skills. See, there is something that they can use to build. So they can put it in and, they can push it in like this. So yeah, there are many things that can be used. And of course, puppets, very common with children. So we have this puppet. Everyone knows puppet. It was a trend a couple years ago. Everyone's aware of puppet. So you can make, see, I have a caterpillar. So you can give the child, see, what is this? This is a caterpillar. Pop, pop, pop. So the child's going to have fun. They're going to laugh. So another puppet. It's in form of a pufferfish fish. Then these balls, right? So when the child presses it against his palm, his or her palm, it's a form of calming kind of a tool for them. So there are those stretchy fidget toys, those squishy ones. I'll send some pictures to you all at the end of the session. I'll send some pictures to you all. These all can be bought in any store in this, actually in this day-to-day, and I don't know, what's the other name? These day-to-days and all, you can buy it. Even online, it is available. So it's actually very affordable as well. And you, as a practitioner, you can keep it with you so that you can use it. Means if you're a class teacher or subject teacher, it doesn't mean you're going to end with one class, right? You will be continuing for the next couple years. So you can use it throughout the year with your children.
Yeah, we can use it like sensory support also.
True, exactly. So you can make a sensory corner in your classroom if it's, of course, if it's possible as per your school guidelines and all. You can make a sensory corner so that child has, at least 5 minutes to go and relax over there and things like that. Creating a safe space. So of course, designing a calm area at home. So like I said, like this previous idea that I gave, right? Creating a small area, or if you're at home, right? Because it's not going to be possible in school if the guidelines don't allow it. But if you're at home, there are play houses, play tents that you can get from Amazon. So it's a small one. So you can take it, you can keep a special corner, separate corner for your child. Ask him to help, him or her to help you decorate the area. And you say, when you're feeling angry, I want you to go inside this tent, sit down and see you have these toys with you, these sensory toys. Keep the puppets, the frustration balls. Or I want you to play with this. When you feel better, I want you to come out and talk to me about it. Or you can go with the child, sit with the child. Okay, let's say, James, how are you feeling now? We are in the tent. You're in a safe space. How are you feeling now? He'll say, mad, angry, sad. So I say, okay, why? What happened? Did someone hurt you? Is someone shouting at you? So, keep this at home. This is effective. You can keep it for your child at home. Or if you're doing some home sessions or something like that, you can ask the parents to keep an area for the child during when they have their meltdowns. But in school, I'm not sure whether schools would allow it, because some schools do allow it, some schools don't. But if schools do allow it, you can create a small corner. It doesn't need to be a big corner, just a small corner for the child to sit, relax, and then come out back and sit in their chair, in their place. All right. So stress balls, noise cancellation, headphones. You can give a variety of items so the child's mind gets distracted, it gets redirected to these items, which is a sense of calming for them. So a few breathing exercises that we can do with the children, right? It's very common. The first one, smell the flower, blow the candle. So how you can start off is you can give a flower to the child, and then of course, candle, better not to, just a candle, we can give it to them. Tell them to take a flower and ask them, can you smell it? He or she is going to be, okay, that's breathing. Now you give them the candle. Can you blow the candle? That's breathe out. So you're indirectly teaching the child to breathe in, breathe
I
out.
think, sorry to interrupt. I think you can use blow the candle in a school environment or something. It will be like
No,
safeguarding
not
issue.
you're not going to be using actual objects because, of course, you
Oh,
cannot take all of these things and go everywhere you go, right?
yeah,
So
sure.
initially, to get some children don't understand that concept. So initially, at a home or at a place where you can, of course, the candle should not be lighted. It's a hazard for the child, safety precaution for the child. But you can give the child a, let's say, okay, let me just take this.
We can use some paper bits, what say? Then if we we'll say him to
Paper
blow and it will go in a
But
farther distance.
yes, but if it's interactive, the child is more likely to focus on that. So, for example, let's say, okay, you can take something like this, these cognitive toys, right? You can say, see, this is a candle and this is a flower. Or you can actually take an actual flower and just the candle, the candles which are not lighted, those fake ones or just those straight candles, right? So take the flower, tell the child to smell the flower. The smile is going to breathe in. Then take the candle, blow. Okay. Next time, do you remember the trick I taught you? When you're feeling angry, when you're feeling sad, you know, what is that thing I taught you? That flower, that candle. So the child is going to say, smell the flower, blow the candle. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. But the child will not say breathe in, breathe out. They will say, smell the candle, blow the candle. Sorry, smell the flower, blow the candle. Smell the flower, blow the candle. So of course, it's not going to be possible to carry objects everywhere you go, but this is a strategy that is very effective. As per what I have done, I've noticed in my children is they prefer to smell the flower, blow the candle. It's very easy for them to remember because when they go to school alone, right, they are able to, you know, to calm themselves. They go like smell the flower, blow the candle, smell the flower, blow the candle. Next, we have dragon breeding. So you're going to, now for example, let's say children like dragons, or you can say dinosaur, whatever the child likes, right? So you can say, for example, child likes dragons, we'll use dragon breeding. So hold your hand in front of your nose and take a deep breath in through your nose. So show the child how he or she has to do it. It's like, so as you breathe out through your mouth, whisper, ha. So child is going to be. So now ask the child, did you feel something hot over here? When you did, ah, did you feel something hot over here? So you can do it with the child and see, I'm feeling it hot here in my palm in the middle over here. It's feeling hot. Did you feel something? So they can do it. It's fun. It's actually funny. According to them, it is something funny. It's like, okay, she's doing something funny. It's a game. Let me play. So they don't know it's a calming strategy for them. They think it is something funny. It's a game. So these are few things that you can do with the child. Then we have the spider web breathing. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So while you do this, for example, I'm doing it with the child. I'm saying breathe in, the child is going breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So this is spider web breathing. Or you can take a printout of a spider web, have the child color it and say, see, when you're feeling angry, when you're feeling frustrated, go breathe in, breathe out. All right. Finger breathing. Something you can take everywhere, of course. So show the child, they're feeling angry. Breathe in, breathe out. 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 So this is finger breathing. And then at the end, once you're done, ask them, how do you feel now? Do you feel better? No. Okay, come on, let's do it one more time. So this requires a lot of patience. Of course, you need to have lots of patience and you need to be able to express it to the child. These are just few breathing exercises that you can do with the children. So practical tips for daily interactions. It's almost similar to the previous slide, consistency and routine. Try first, get the child into a routine, then implement the child with the child's opinions, and after that, implement it without the child's knowledge. Positive reinforcement, very important. If the child has a positive behavior, reward them with stars. Show them, see? Now, for example, this is one, the child I'm working with, he loves dinosaurs. So I've taken a printout of a dinosaur reward sheet and I told him, see, every time you behave well in class or you behave wherever it is that you behave well, you will receive a star. I give him the star sheet. I tell him to take out a sheet that he likes and to choose the star and to stick it. So for this month, I given him, this was from yesterday. He behaved well. He chose the star. He put it. But he also knows that if he does not behave well, I'm not going to give him a star. I tell him in the beginning of the day, I tell him, you're not going to behave well. Your star is going to be cancelled for the day. So he has understood that. So that aggression does not come. If I don't give him the star, that aggression does not come. Because he knows it's his mistake. So he goes home, he'll tell his mom. His mom will ask, did you get a star today? He'll say no. His mom will ask, why didn't you get a star today? I was not listening to Mahdiya ma'am. So he has understood, okay, if I do something wrong, if I don't listen, I don't get my star. And at the end of every month, I have told him that if you behave well throughout the month, if you complete all these circles, right? If you complete all the stars here, you will receive a gift. So it's a small gift. You can either ask the parents, if you're a practitioner, you can ask the parents to send a gift in, or if you yourself want to give a gift for the child, you can do it. So to make the child feel more motivated. So this is a positive reinforcement that you can use with the child. So collaborating with caregivers. Oh, sorry. Okay, collaborating with caregivers. Always talk to the parents, to the other practitioners or the shadow teachers. Always talk to those who are directly interacting with the child. Because you may notice something. As a mother, your child will be perfectly fine at home. You know, he's talking to you, he's happy, he's playing around, he's responding. But at school, with the teacher, he doesn't even utter a single word. So always talk to the teachers, to the shadow teachers, to the therapists, their caregivers, their nannies, and ask them what is it that they see in that environment, in the school, in the therapy, wherever it is, how do they interact with the child, so that you can also follow the same routine, right? And you also have an idea, okay, the child is behaving this way in the therapy. Okay, child is behaving this way in school, but over here, he's completely fine. So always have an open-ended communication. It's not going to be possible every day to keep in track, but at least whenever possible, at the end of the week or at the end of the month, try to have a phone call, leave a phone call. You can always, there's WhatsApp now, send a voice message or drop in a text and keep in touch with the parents and other practitioners, so that even you as a practitioner or as a parent can understand what is it that you need to work on with the child next. Moving on, we have another activity and then we'll be concluding. So we have the hypothetical child profile. So you are going to be given a child. How many people are left? Okay. So we have 33 participants in here. So you will be divided into four, you will have 4 children. We have 4 children here. So you are going to be divided into breakout rooms. You all are going to discuss sample routines and reinforcement plans for these children. So for sample routine, right? I will show you a brief sample that you can use. Where's this? Yeah. So do you see this sample one here? So this is a sample routine. So for example, we have morning, evening, night. So this is done with Velcro. They have taken a piece of A4 size paper. It's not that clear. I'll send some clear pictures later on in the group. So in the morning, the first thing the child does after he or she wakes up, goes to the bathroom, brushes the teeth, gets dressed. Then I think it's not sure what this exactly is. I think this must be have breakfast or something like that. Make bed and then they study or they pray, whatever it is that the child does. It's a sample morning routine. So the child does, they are done with going to the bathroom, right? They are done with going to the washroom. They can take this Velcro over here and stick it up. so that it looks like this, which means done. Okay, next routine. Have you brushed your teeth? No. Okay, go brush your teeth. Done. Come back. Can you close this up? Okay, done. Next one, get dressed. Can you go get dressed? So the child is able to follow a consistent routine. This is just a sample routine that you can use with the children you're working with or your own child. Let me just share this once more.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you show
Yes.
it again with a closer view?
I'll send a picture on WhatsApp so you can zoom it in
Okay.
better.
Thank you. Thank you.
No worries. I will send it here. Okay, I've sent it on WhatsApp. Okay, so now I'll be sending the hypothetical child profile as well here. You can open it up and your break rooms will be similar to the previous activity. Room 1, we have Alex, who is 6 years old, Bella, who is 8 years old, Carlos, who is 5 years old, and Ethan, who is 9 years old. Sending the rooms again. Yeah. So I want you to work as groups and to come up with sample routines and reinforcement plans for each child. All right. So dividing you all into breakout rooms. Yes, Sarud. Sarud, you have raised your hand. Okay.
That is from before.
Oh, okay. Just now showed for me. Okay. I'm opening all rooms. Everyone, please join in and you can start discussing. We will get back to the meeting room in 10 minutes. All right, around 12:35. Everyone, please join.
Miss Mahdiya, I'm not able to join the room. Could you please send?
Who is this? I am unable to.
This is Selvi. Selvi.
Selvi. Okay.
Perachi Selvi. P was my logo on Gmail.
I'll just move you to. I think you're not able to. I'll just move you to room number 1.
Okay, now I got the link. Thank you.
Great. All right, great. I hope everyone is able to join. If you're not able to join, please let me know.
Mom, no, I've not been able to join.
I'm also.
Okay, I'll be assigning the rooms to you all. Once you all are able to, just let me know that you all have joined. If you all are not joined yet, please let me know that as well. Hi all. I hope you all have been able to join those rooms. If you are still unable to join, please let me know via the WhatsApp group, or you can drop me a message here in the main meeting room. Thank you. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello,
Okay.
ma'am.
Hi, I hope everyone has left the meeting room and now they are here.
Yes.
So, great. So, time for discussion. This is the final final activity, and then we have the question and answer session after this. So, okay, so we'll share the activity here. I'll share the screen.
Okay.
Okay. So, room number 1, please start this. Someone can volunteer and
बच्चे फोन कर रहे थे, प्लीज उनको फोन करके पूछो क्या बात है, हिबा बहुत फोन कर रही थी.
so we have Alex in room number 1. Our hypothetical child was Alex, and he's 6 years old from Canada. He has autism. He loves dinosaurs, puzzles, art activities. Strengths are visual aids, sensory activities, challenges, limited expressive language, uses gestures or pictures to communicate needs. So, what is the sample routine and positive reinforcement plan room number 1 has decided for Alex? Someone from room number 1, please share. Let's conclude this in 5 minutes. Could you please switch on your cameras? Room number 1, please. Anyone has have you all decided yet? Okay, let's move on to room number 2. So we have from room number 2, we have Bella, who's 8 years old from America. She has global developmental delay. Her interests are dancing, playing musical instruments, and outdoor exploration. Strengths, very affectionate, responsive to emotions, love music and rhymes. Challenges are limited ability to express thoughts verbally, and she uses basic sign language and gestures. So, room number 2, anyone who's willing to share?
Maureen, please.
Yes, here I am. All right. For our lovely Bella, who is 8 years old, this is a school-going child. We can suggest to have a daily routine for her, like before going to school, we can have a routine like, first of all, we have a visuals for getting out of the bed. So this one we were suggesting we can have like a visual of a clock. We can have like a show minute hand and hour hands. At what time are you supposed to wake up? Then we can stick it there. It's the first routine. The next one is how to use the bathroom, or maybe after you get out of the bed, you can use the bathroom. And the next one, you wash your hands and face when you go to the bathroom. The next one is making the bed. This one I was suggesting because some of these children, they need to be taught about life skills, because some of them, especially those who have nannies, they feel like it's the work of the nanny to do so. So in our daily routine, we were suggesting we can have a visual for making the bed. And the next one is getting dressed up, because some of them, even in school, they say, no, Miss, can you help me to button my blouse or my skirt or do my shoelaces? I don't know how to do it. So we are suggesting also we can have a visual for her to get dressed up. Then we can the next one was help with making breakfast. For example, you can even tell the child, since the child has dressed up, you can request the child, you go to the kitchen, you make breakfast together, and through that you can learn what the child likes and what she does not like. Then the child, you can you can have the next routine as eating breakfast. And also that one, some of them, they take too long. You can have a timer, or maybe You can do it in turns. It's my turn, your turn, so that you can try to help this child to learn how to do things first. Yeah. Then from there, we were saying also we can have a daily routine for brushing teeth, because some of them they don't like to brush their teeth because of some of them they have sensory issues. So after brushing the teeth, you make sure the child is has put on socks and shoes, since the child is going to school. From there, you can help the child to carry the bag, or maybe you can tell the child, you can try, maybe if the bag is not too heavy, through that the child will learn how to do things. Yeah. And also I was suggesting maybe we can have a daily routine plan, like before school and after the school. So after the school, we had not talked about it because of the time. And also you can learn, like for Bella, if she likes, she loves music. So for positive reinforcement, you can have, maybe whenever she does something good, you can reward her with maybe playing music. Maybe she likes dancing. So that is all what we had discussed, because we had a limited time. So not unless maybe there is someone else to add something, we can go to that far.
Okay, so is there anyone else from room number 2 who would like to add few details? Or shall we move on to room number 3?
Yeah, hi. Would you like to send us change about child number 5? 5 years? The child was of 5 years.
Sorry, come again?
For room number 3, right?
Yeah, we'll move on to room number 3 now. Amina, 5 years old.
Yeah, so since the child is 5 years old, so definitely he'll be going like FS1, FS2 level at this time. So we can first of all make a morning routine setup as you have shown. I really like the idea at home. He can have his morning routine. First, he have to wake up. We can put a time setup, wake up. Since he will be not more, into words at this time. He will understand visually more. So we can put pictures like he's waking up. Then his morning hygiene, we can start like brushing teeth, washing face, then wearing school uniform, then having breakfast. Then we can show the breakfast. We can include here in breakfast what he needs to have. Then in that case, he will get an idea that in breakfast, he does not have a meal food. Yeah. We can show like he can have some kind of fruits, egg or a milk or cereal, whatever. Those things we can add in the breakfast list, and with pictures so that he get an idea. Then after that, we can show a school bus is coming. So we can show a bus if he's going with bus, or a car. We can show a car picture. Then he will understand now it's time for him to go to school. Then 7:30 or something, 8 o'clock, it's time for them to go to school actually. Then in school, we can use a different, visual timetable, which I do for my child, where it's all the subjects are, visually written over there with the pictures. Like math, for math, there are like some operations like addition, subtraction, these kind of things. Then the child understand that now it's a math lesson with the picture. And next, it will be the visual time will be accordingly set according to the school routine, but it will be in visual form. It will be in his desk where he's sitting. Then there we put one more board, that's now and next, where I will tell him now if it's a maths class, then he will put in, the maths picture. After that, if it's the science class, then he'll put the science picture. Then he will understand. Now he will be more, into engaged. Now my maths class, now next class will be my English class. So he will understand the differences. This is in school, we can do these kind of things. Then there will be break time. There will be school things going on in the school time. Within 12:30, the child will come back to home. So we have to show him now it's time for him to, relax for a time. After that, he can have snack if you want. He can have free time or physical activity. We can write it there. Now it's his free time. So what will he do in his free time? He can play outside. He can ride his toy car or some bike or something what he likes. Or he can draw if he likes to draw. these things he can do in his free time or physical activity, where we can write it like that way for his evening routine or afternoon routine after he comes from home, from school. After that, his lunch time will be there. After then he can relax. After when it comes in the evening time, we can start with his homework time. Then he can have, after his homework is done, he can have a family time, relaxation time, where he can play games or he can go to screen, because these kind of kids, they're like more of screen activity and screen. So they can do that time. After that, he can have dinner. There will be dinner option. He'll be having dinner. After that, it's time for him to go to bed after his dinner. So these things he will know after he is done with his all activities, he can finish done. Like if I say, okay, now your free time is over, so just go and, write it, put it done. Like how you have shared, I like the idea. He can put a tick mark or he can just put the done option over there and he can finish that. Then he will understand, yes, in my, during my evening time, these are the tasks given, these are the things I really need to do. So slowly he'll be organized in that way. Thank you.
All right. Okay, that's great. Okay, moving on to room number 4. Ethan, who's 9 years old. Can someone please take the volunteer and talk about what you all have
Yes,
discussed?
miss. Yes, miss. I will. Yeah, because Ethan is 9 years old and he is having just limited visibility. That limited, yani he don't know for everything what to do. So the first of thing, I will print out some pictures for him, and I will stick on wall. Like in the washroom, I will just stick a picture of the how we have to do the teeth brush. Then how we have to take a shower. After the brushing, we have to go for taking shower. Then after one by one, I will stick the pictures on the wall that what he have to do after one work. So by daily routine, he will learn, this is my first step, this is my second step, I have to take my breakfast, then I have to get ready for school, then I have to go out for my bus. And every day he will do the same routine, so he will be used to that. In the school timing, whenever in the morning when he will go to the classroom, I will just stick a paper on his table that what we have on the daily basis. The first of all, if there is an English period, so we have to, I will just write a note, take out your books. So he will just, when the teacher will come out, he will take out his book. Then after, then we like, if we will do this thing, then you will get PE. If you will do everything, if you will not misbehave with your class fellows, or if you will do your task happily, and then you will get some gift from me, you will get some candy from me. So I will keep encouraging to Ethan to do as good as he can. Okay, so he will be more learned from the things, and he will be more friendly with his friends, because he knows, if I will get, suppose I will give him a task, Ethan, if you will do good in your math, if you will do good behaving well with your class fellows, I will give you I will let you go to for PE. Because Ethan loves to have a PE, so Ethan will try to complete his task, because he knows, if he will not complete his task, I will not let him go for PE. Or because Ethan loves to do the gardening, or he loves to having the crafting, so I will give him a task to Ethan. If Ethan, you will do good in maths or English, if you will have a good reading, if you will have a good dictation, spelling dictation, and you will not misbehave your class fellows, so I will take you in the garden and we will do some gardening. And if I will, maybe I will take you to in the art room and we will do some art craft. So he will know, he will learn by my action, that if he will do good, so I will be good with him.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, okay,
Like,
fine.
so this is my, it will happen by my routine and by his routine. So I will learn, I will just give him every day I will keep reminding him, this is my first period, and the second period we have math, the third period we have this one, the fourth period. So by our daily routine, He will learn by his heart. So this is my first period, the next I have my PE, and he knows that if I will not do good, I will not go for PE. If some students, like they love to go by bus or they love to go in art room, and if we will just give them the task, if you will not do, if you will not able to do this one, so you will not do, you will not able to go for art room, so they will learn, so they will try. You know, if we are keep encouraging them, so they try to do their best and to get their candies or the gift or something that we already promised them to do that.
All right. Yes. So all of you are given some good responses. Now, since room one did not respond, I will give you an idea about how can you work with the child, first child. So who is Alex, who is 6 years old from Canada, has autism spectrum disorder, interested in dinosaurs, puzzles, art activities, strengths are visual aids, sensory activities, limited expressive language, and often uses gestures or pictures to communicate needs. So making a sample routine for Alex can be done by using his interests. That not only for Alex, for all of the other children as well. So you can use their interests. For example, Alex's interests are dinosaur puzzles and art activities. So just like I had shown the reinforcement worksheet, right? You can give Alex a reinforcement worksheet where dinosaurs are the background picture. And when you're making his sample routine, his daily routine, you can perhaps you can make a dinosaur, and under each dinosaur what is supposed to be done in the day. Just like I've sent in the picture that the child folds it. Once he's done with an activity, he closes the paper, right? He folds the paper. Similar to that, you can make a dinosaur, and under the dinosaur it will be written, go to the washroom, brush your teeth, have breakfast, whatever it is, it will be written and that will be folded up. All right. So puzzles, you can use art activities, you can involve the child when you're making a sample routines or a positive reinforcement worksheet. Same thing with Bella. When after they are done with that activity, you're facing some difficulty, you're making the child follow that, try to overcome that challenge, overcome that difficulty. You can have the child to positively reinforce by giving them reward system, or otherwise allowing them to enjoy what they like. So Bella, Amina, Ethan. So those responses provided were good. And yeah, so that's about it for this thing. Now we will be following with the question and answer sessions. So if anyone is having any questions that you would like to clarify, please do ask it now.